the last time a player was drafted at Colorado. It was 2021. Now, 22, nobody. 23, nobody. 24, nobody. But 24 should have been, at the very minimum, Xavier Weaver. And at the very minimum, Jordan Dominic. Either one of them two could have been draft picks. But y'all know, I told y'all, the NFL does exactly how they want to do. So you really can't call how it's going to go. You could only give your best guess on what you see. Because it's going to be a lot of guys that evaluate around the country, and only 200 and maybe 55 or 62 get drafted. So that's understandable. They're going to get a lot from the Power 4, get some from the Group of 5, and then they're going to get few D1 double A's. Then they're going to get a few like D2, D3, like, excuse me, guys that surprise you. Like, man, what in the world? So they'll get those type of guys. But Coach Prime got plenty of guys that can be drafted on this squad. And I went to look to see when the last time they had like 2 guys go first round, because we can have like 2 go first round. And it was a few years back. They had 2 go first round. So I believe Travis and Shedeur going first round. Them 2 going first round. Now, who can get themselves up there in the first round? Man, maybe not. I don't even want to get into that. Well, I ain't gonna say first round, but I'm gonna say guys that should get drafted or very well could get drafted. LeJounte, Will Shepard, Jimmy, Preston, Chi-Town. That's 5 off the top of my head. Shane Coates said they had graded him out 5th round the year before he came to Colorado. So, all right. Then who else we got? Myers or Benson or both if they come out. So either way, you guys, we got guys that can get drafted. So from this point on, it should be a draft pick at the very minimum, at least 1 a year. Now, if Colorado take off like a rocket, and I'm talking about we out there balling, then that's going to make it better for a lot of guys to get drafted. But you have to be winning. And then I seen, and listen, don't get upset when the draft time come and they're talking about Shedeur. I'm telling y'all, don't get upset. I read something on Shedeur. I get what the guy was trying to say, but he was coming for Shedeur. Like, he was coming for him. So don't get caught up in it, because it's going to be about the quarterbacks. Every year it's about the quarterbacks, and it's about they're going to try to mark out that first round. So they going to have trap. They ain't going to, they ain't going to do trap how they going to do Shedeur. Like, they going to really, they just going to say whatever team going to pick Travis, right? But when they do Shedeur, they going to grade him. They going to grade him hard. And then, to be honest, y'all, I think him and Carson Beck going to be linked for a long time. They're going to be linked together because them going to be the 2 that everybody talking about. And it's looking now, anything can happen. It looks like the New York Giants, the Raiders, the Saints, the Giants, the Raiders, the Saints, I think the Jets, and possibly the Cowboys. So we know at least 4 teams need a quarterback. 4. Now, everything finna get graded, y'all. They're gonna grade. Listen, and you never know what games I know the scouts and everybody gonna watch all Shedeur games, but he gonna have to put up, and he's gonna have to knock out some of the things. Whatever y'all think y'all saw with y'all own eyes, just know they grading him real hard on him. So if you thought he should have got rid of the ball faster, they grading him real hard on it. You think he don't throw it in the dirt enough or throw it out of bounds enough, they grading him real hard on it, y'all. I don't know why. They just are. I seen how they did with this first markup. And I know them NFL guys gonna look at it, but they gonna have their own thing they saying. Like like I told y'all, an NFL guy had told me, well, he's connected to the NFL guys. He said that Xavier Weaver took off, and then they ain't really hear from him no more. So it whoever take off that's trying to go pro, they got to take off in each game. They got to show up in each game. Like, it can't be like, how he did? Oh, I ain't hearing nothing from him. Like, they got to really just take off. So that you got to take off all season long, pretty much. It ain't nowhere around it. So when Shedeur out there, he's going to have to show them that he going to hit the right guys. He'll throw it if he need to. He'll run if he need to. He got to show all that, because the guy was talking about it and he was on it, but maybe they wouldn't own him. It just felt like they was. It really felt like they was. And then you got Travis. See, when they talk about Trap can go both ways. He can do it both ways. So they ain't really gonna go at him like that. The wide receivers, they ain't really gonna go at them like that. They gonna talk about them, but not how they'll do Shedeur. Like, I think that guy had said about Shedeur, he said, hey, Shedeur could possibly, well, he ain't say possible, he said he could turn into eventually turn into an NFL star. I'm like, what? Man, this man going first round. They ain't no eventually to it. They bringing him in to start him. So you look at the Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. They have the domes. The domes control what's going down. So I would like to see him at one of them two places where you got 8 games out of the year or more that you know controlled. And you know next year it's draft picks on the team. Omarion could have a big season this year as a sophomore, have a big season next year and take off. DH, the running back from Ohio State, he could have a big season this year and take off, or have a big season this year and next year and then take off. So it's all on how they do it. But Coach Prime got NFL draft picks from here on out. As long as he here, y'all won't ever be able to say, they won't ever be able to say nothing about him. Like, but I think this past draft, did somebody get picked up from Jackson? I ain't sure. I'm not sure. But all I do know is that it's draft picks from here on out. 25 gonna have draft picks, 26 gonna have draft picks, 27, and so on and so forth. It's all in Coach Prime's hand now. Like, it's no stopping it. He's going to have the draft picks, but I'm telling y'all, Shedeur gonna get graded, y'all. They're gonna grade him like a champion. They gonna grade him, and it is what it is. He gonna get graded hard, but you gotta understand that's just how it go. Because I seen a video on the wire, Shedeur and Carson Beck. They was like, well, the Giants are gonna love Carson Beck. I'm like, now how he gonna say the Giants gonna love them versus they might want Shedeur? But you never know how it's gonna go. So I'm like, if Carson Beck, they seeing him like that, they was like, he's tall, he's 6'4", he got a big cannon on him. And I'm thinking to myself, a big cannon, like, so yeah, that's what y'all finna be hearing. When is that time? Now he does have to, they gonna be watching. Like, I think the guy said he gonna watch the Nebraska game. See, and then he gave so much love to, like, the Nebraska coach. They was like, yeah, in year 2, he always does better. I'm like, bro, you think because last year that defense was, you seen our O-line. That O-line ain't like that this year. So now you finna see, man, I hope Shedeur, see, if Shedeur would have had the Georgia O-line last year, whoo, he would have ate them boys up. That's what I don't understand. So I said, y'all, and I'm gonna watch everybody, y'all, because I want to see exactly, I want to see it for what it is. Is them boys really like that all around the country, like the ones that they naming early. And then they was talking about that Texas A&M quarterback too. So he getting love, Quinn getting love. There's a lot of quarterbacks getting love, but I'm just saying. Oh, you say my stream messing up? Oh. It's still like that, Mac, or it's good? Hey. All right. So look, y'all. At the end of the day, they got something. Coach Prime got draft picks. Tyree, you said who going first round? Travis, Shedeur, LeJounte, and Preston. Two for sure. The other two gonna have to show out. They gonna have to show out. I'm talking about locking it down. Hey, Preston gonna have to lock down everybody. I'm talking about they don't even want to throw his way. LeJounte had to catch about 100 more, by 80 to 100 catches, and he got to be out there dogging them. He got to be getting to him. Yep, Shedeur, Green Hill or Hill Green, whichever way you want to say it, he can get drafted too. It's a lot that can go this year. It's just how they perform. They got to take off. They got to take off. They got to take off. Like, it ain't nowhere around it. You have to take off. Like, we gonna need the wins to justify the draft picks. Like, Michigan sent 18 guys to the combine. And that was because, what that was? They sent 18 to the combine because they balled out. They went to the chip, they balled out. So everybody was on them. Will it be like that for Coach Prime? They gonna have to win. If Coach Prime could pull off probably 10 wins or more, I think that'll up the guys getting drafted. Matt, you say, do you really want Shedeur or Travis drafted first round though? Yeah. I take that. Nate, you said Travis to the Cowboys. Now, I think, listen, this is who I think might get, was it? He seen, I think, the Raiders and Atlanta on Shiloh hard. Now, what round they gonna draft him, I don't know. But I think they own them hard on Shiloh, the Raiders and Atlanta. But they might have been on both, but you know, Atlanta got a quarterback this year, so they got two quarterbacks, so they ain't doing that. They ain't going that route. Let me see what y'all talking about. I am Adam, what's good? Carl, what's happening? Patricia, what's good? Matt, you say it ain't gonna be first round though. Who that? Well, Shedeur and Trap, I do. Derek, what's good? Double L, what's happening? Hey, I want them to. Missy. Where I'm at. D Sands. Make sure I got everybody. D Goddess, what's happening? Y'all know the day feels so hot for some reason. Warren, what's good? Like, it's hot. Tyree, you said Shedeur, 3 teams, Giants, Raiders, Cowboys. I'm going to go with the Giants going to watch him. But I seen they had Shedeur at like 6'1" and some change. So, you know, they gonna have that on him, y'all. They gonna talk about his height. I'm telling y'all. Now, it's been guys drafted that's shorter, but they gonna talk about his height, y'all. They gonna get in there and talk. So he gonna have to keep throwing that ball like he been throwing it. And then I think the guy was talking about that the running backs don't be blocking. He was like, our running backs really couldn't block last year. So I'm like, dog, boy, they was on us hard. So hopefully, man, Coach Pat Shermer had that offense going so strong that the running backs blocking like a champion, wide receivers running the routes that, like, everybody running at a level that benefit them far as the NFL as well. Low, what's happening? Hey, Virginia. Anyways, you say, yeah, they say, no, the thing had him broke down at 6'1" and 1/4. So I was like, man, they gonna be on it. I'm telling y'all, they gonna be on it, because I said, dog, man, I don't know if my head's sweating like this. God, dog is shot outside. Timothy, what's happening? You say, yeah, he was. He was. So it's just gonna really depend on how the teams get ready to draft. RJ, You said Shedeur to the Raiders. Man, I love it. D Rich, you say the O-line, D-line, play smart and clutch. They need to. They need to, man. God, dog, they need to. Like, if the O-line represent, which they should, if the O-line represent and the D-line represent y'all, and everybody handle what they supposed to do, we'll have a nice season. But it's just on, will they do that? I know they can, but it's, will they do that? That's just going to be all of it. Kevin, you said, why was Shedeur the most sacked quarterback in the HBCU? Now that I don't know. See, my thing is he gotta throw it, like they said, he gotta throw it away. He gotta throw that thing away. Like, hey, I ain't got nothing. Either he gotta throw it. Now, I'm not a quarterback coach, but either he gotta throw it away or he gotta break count. Because the guy was trying to say some of the sacks was on Shedeur. But I'm telling y'all, at the Nebraska game, them boys was coming. It wasn't even on Shedeur. It was it was like, say I'm at quarterback right here, right? And I got the center, a lineman, and a lineman. That seemed like all he had was the center, then 2 more linemen. Well, that's that DN, right? The person right there. So when I say hike, he already coming. So I think with Coach Pat Shermer offense, the way they gonna run it, Shedeur gonna have a lot of people blocking for him. So he'll have, let's say, you got your 5 old linemen down there, right? Your center and your 2 on each side. But I think he'll run with a tight end on one side. If, like, you got that tight end on one side. So you got the center, then 2 and 2, and then a tight end. And then you might have the running back protect the other side. Something like that. Like, they got to do something where he could take his time doing his reads and then throw it. But good thing about it, too, is the O-line so much better that you really ain't got to worry about that. Like, I think, again, if you put Shedeur at Georgia, he would have had a way better season. You put him at Washington, he would have had a way better season. You put him at Texas, he would have had a way better season based on the O-line. And then the defense would have been helping him, giving him more time too. So all that's going into effect. Matt, you say because he hit the ball. Yeah, see, that's what they were saying in there. So he got to let the thing go. He said, hit. All right, hit your reads. 1, 2, 3. Hey, I'm going to get up out of here or I'm going to throw it to somebody. Get up out of here, I'm throwing it. Get up out, I'm throwing it. Hey. So I'm doing one or the other. And I ain't trying to get smashed either. James, you said Tyler Brown. Yeah, Tyler Brown, hey. Tyler Brown could leave, but I think he could come back too. Yeah, if he could Matt, you say he don't want to throw the ball and well, don't throw the ball and get the picks, but man, throw it low where it hit the ground or something. Bam! Get it up out of there. Because they said that he would take the sack instead of and lose yardage. That's what they was on him. Now I think, again, it's a lot of guys that can get drafted this year. Will Shepard, Jonte, Jimmy, Benson and May if they come out. Tyler Brown if they come. Now, I'm saying they could get drafted, but the NFL could do it tricky. You seen Xavier. We thought he was going to get drafted. And another thing, what's going to make their draft status better? They got to ball out. But if they get invited to the Senior Bowl. Now, the guy did tell me that they evaluated all their seniors. So whoever like that, they got a chance to come do something. But, y'all, I just had to ride out with y'all about that. That's what they got going right now. Can they do it? Charles, what's good? Raymond, what's happening? Yeah, I had to holler at y'all, man. So just give y'all heads up. They are going to be on Shedeur's head when that draft season comes. They're going to be on his head. But, and y'all, you never know how many years everybody got. So maybe some dip. maybe some staying. You like, oh, he's staying? Because they put their draft status in and maybe it's all right, but they could come back and make it better. So, you know. Hey, Mac. Hey, ain't it though? But I'm going to run it back, though. I'm about to run it back either on this channel or the other channel. I'm going to run it back. We finna ride out by something, you know. Hey, holla at y'all. Holla.